there is one in my own eyes. Don't ask me where I got this feeling from. It is a mystery I've yet to know. It would take some heart to love her. God, please make her understand. In my prayer she'll forever be. Still I'm hoping endlessly. Do I have what it takes to earn her trust? Tell me now, what should I do? She's torn inside, oh please show her your path. Protect her from the world and evil. Guard her heart so she can see the good of life. I'm on my knees, please set her free. 'Cause it would take some heart to love her. God, please make her understand. In my prayer she'll forever be. Still I'm hoping endlessly. Do I have what it takes to earn her trust? Tell me now, what should I do? I wanna know, why did you give this feeling? Are you telling me what's coming? Is it going away? Should I wait on? I'm lost and I can't reach her. Is there a way to make things better? A way so I can meet her. So I'll wait. So I'll wait. It would take some heart to love her. God, please make her understand. In my prayer she'll forever be. Still I'm hoping endlessly. It would take some heart to love her. God, please make her understand. In my prayer she'll forever be. Still I'm hoping endlessly. Do I have what it takes to earn her trust? Tell me now, what should I do? Tell me now, what should I do?
I hope it's raining outside.
I know. I hope it's raining
Oh my
outside. It's so
goodness.
beautiful. It's so catchy. It's
Yeah.
so. I was actually finding myself tearing up a little bit, but I'm not
Move.
gonna tear up right now. That was the Overtunes. Hello, welcome to our studio, Ruben,
Hi, guys.
Mada, and Mika, the three brothers
Yes,
who've been
a
entertaining
regular
us.
also in See Today News, by the way.
Exactly.
I know.
They've been entertaining us with their
Yes.
beautiful melody and beautiful lyrics for the past 10 years. And very recently, you released your mini album, Endlessly.
Yes.
Tell us about it. There are 4 songs here, and
Yep.
what are they about?
Yep, and we're really happy to have played all of those 4 songs here in
Yes.
the morning show. So,
Yes.
these 4 songs are conceptually similar in a way that they're trying to tell a story of different shades and colors of love songs that
Yes.
we see and maybe experience ourselves in the world.
Yes.
So those are 4 songs about 4 different love stories.
And what about this one, Endlessly? Which love story and whose love story or life story inspires this
Yeah,
song?
Mother wrote this one.
Mada, tell us about it.
Yeah, I actually wrote this one around 2 years ago,
Oh.
and this one's quite personal
Right?
Yeah.
because the past 2 years I met this girl who's kind of, she's struggling in life and she's seeing all the bad things in life, and
Right.
I don't want her to be sad.
Yes.
And my position back then, I was like, I was praying for her so that she can see all the good things in life, so that God would guide her path and everything. So it's yeah, it was kind of crazy, you know. After like 3 years after I wrote the song, I managed to see her like doing really well like right now. So it's like my prayer's been answered. So
That's fantastic.
She's very lucky to have you, by the way.
Indeed.
I mean,
Is she your
in whatever
girlfriend?
form.
no.
Yeah, I said in
Hopefully.
whatever form, right? It's the way that he's saying it. I already knew. It's like, But she's very lucky indeed because I think it is quite very personal. You were in tears.
I was. I was
I
like,
was very moved. So it touches everyone, I think, with whatever life that we have, right? It really touches our emotion. And also, it's been reported that with the Overtunes, especially with this new EP and album of yours, it's the new mature you guys.
Yes.
It seems that you have this narrative that you really want to convey,
Right.
not only being mature, but you are kind of like shifting emotionally and as musicality itself. Can you share with us?
Yeah, so I think it shows when we compare our songwriting right now
Yeah.
compared to our first two albums. The way we see things and the way we perceive things, especially in this EP about love. I think for the past maybe 1 or 2 years, we have experienced a lot of things,
Right.
a lot of
Really?
things about love personally that we haven't for the past the years before. So
How have you personally evolved, especially in terms of love?
for me personally, it's been crazy because I've just started to think about marriage.
Oh.
I think that's a much different phase
Yeah.
of love story than maybe Mada or Ruben's.
Yep.
And Mada with his story that he just shared,
Yeah.
I think it's such a wonderful story that
Beautiful.
when Mada first write that story and then he gave it to us to make the song, we made sure that it have to be on the album because it's a song in itself. It's a prayer that needs to be conveyed within a song. So
But turns out there's a huge difference between love as we imagined it would be when we were
Yeah.
younger and
Interesting.
how we experienced it, I guess.
What have you discovered?
And
Love
it's-
back then, your perception was this, and then as you've grown for the past 10
Yeah,
years, love is this.
Yeah, I guess, I suppose we thought that what's the greatest about love is the grand gestures that people tend to make when they're in love or
Yes.
Yeah.
when they love someone. But it turns out that the little things and little moments are as precious or even more precious sometimes
Yeah.
Such as what?
in love. Oh, such as even just the simple eye contacts or the simple gestures or the simple messages people
Yeah.
tend to share with each other when they're in love. And
And it's great.
I
it's not,
may have
it's not
like
always the grand
a few.
gestures, right?
Yes, go on.
Yeah, go on.
I think the main point that I've learned about love these days are that love is selfless in a way that we always think that when we love someone, it makes us happy. And that has always been like the gauge of whether or not our relationship is currently working or not.
Right.
But nowadays, I think that true love is selfless. Just like when Mada write a song, a prayer for this girl that
Yeah.
maybe she doesn't know that he prays for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think is love. It's
Yeah.
about caring for someone more than whatever it is that you are going through yourself.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the most beautiful things about love that I just noticed and I learned for maybe this past year.
Welcome to adulthood, guys.
There's still a lot more to discover.
Yes, welcome. You're practically men now. Yes, yes. We're so happy to see you guys grow. But yeah, I mean that is love, isn't it?
It can be hard sometimes.
Right.
Because, yeah, especially when you think you are in love with someone, there's this, it's almost synonymous with possession, right? The fact that you are not even dating this girl that you love, it's grand. That's actually the grand gesture that we very rarely want
Yeah.
to acknowledge.
Especially nowadays, right? With the generation or the youth right now, where it seems that when you're in love with someone or you love someone, you really have to showcase it. And that person has to be truly mine. Like you own by me, and I have to really post it everywhere and whatnot. And then you guys have kind of like this different imagery, you know, and different view and whatnot. How do you think that your kind of listeners and your fans and whatnot that's been following you, seeing this kind of change and you know, very mature, more to, I mean, to our generation, we are like saying that, oh yes, like we got you.
Even our generation came.
Right, I mean, you know what I mean.
It's like even the generation X, it's like it's all about possessing.
Right.
I know, but I mean, like we understand them, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like there are sometimes the typical of love that I see with the youth generation, and I'm like, I don't understand you. It seems like, did I go through that stage before? I hope not. But
I think we all go through it.
I know. Yes.
We go through it.
To the extent where do you want them to grow also with you, to understand you, because they will need to grow to kind of understand you.
Right. I think we all go through that phases when
Yes.
we are tempted to want to possess our beloved. You see,
Yes.
but I think sooner or later we all realize that that just doesn't work ultimately because
Yeah.
we don't feel free or we don't make them feel free. When I think the truest love should make each other free to be their best selves. I think, and I think with these 4 songs, more specifically, our fans can just celebrate those supposedly little moments in their love stories,
Right.
but so maybe they can have new soundtracks to celebrate it.
Oh,
together.
it's super
There's
sweet.
4 songs, by the way.
Yeah.
4 different stories then?
Yep.
Okay.
It's so cool. So you've evolved for the past 10 years because you've also mentioned that, oh, I think we know our identity a little bit more. We know what kind of music we want to make more, right?
Yep.
Right.
So who would be your musical influence at the moment? Which musicians? What genre? What is the new, I mean, it's not
Right.
the new Overtunes, but the grown Overtunes.
Right. But I think you're right to point out that we've perhaps embraced our strength more in this EP because sometimes when you, as a musician or as anything, you can be insecure. You want to play to some other people's strength that you
wanna
think
please
people will.
people.
Yeah, you want to please people, but I think we realized our strongest point is in perhaps our songwriting and our simple. We're not the best guitarist in the country, but we have good things we can play, and that's why we just play to our strength. I think in this EP, and but influences, guys.
Yeah.
What do you
Mada?
think? Who's the main
Mada?
influence on this
Mika?
EP? Mada brings a lot of Japanese influence to our music. actually.
Interesting. Which musicians?
Perhaps the way he looks as well, but
Which musicians are you listening to at the moment? Mada?
Recently, there's a band in Japan. Their name is Official Hige Dandism.
Yes.
They play rock music, but
Right.
yeah, I tend to listen to their what do you call?
melodies.
Yeah, melodies.
Recently, Mika attended Kings of Convenience
Oh
concert.
my goodness, Cayman Island.
That's
Yeah,
the-
it's one of
They
the
are a major
older-
influence
Yeah,
in the
major
way we
influence
play
in our
Yeah.
music as
guitar.
well.
I kind of hear that.
Yeah, especially with the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's okay because you're influenced by other people, you know. And
We used to sing like them. We used to try to.
Right, and now you kind of
Back in
have
the
your
day.
distinctive, sound, and whatnot. So we heard also that someone helped also to produce songs. Can you share that? Also a long line from your family line. Also, I heard.
Yeah,
And
so
Mika's girlfriend.
yeah, we're lucky enough in this EP to be able to collaborate with our band members. When we tour, we usually play with our guitarist. His name is Yosua. Then we got Gedi Jadi Bembumi. He plays all the rhythm stuff in Endlessly. And then on piano, we've got Chika Olivia. And then on drums, we've got our manager,
What?
Giovanni Gary.
Oh my
so
goodness.
he's our drummer and our
I
manager.
love that. It's like a family.
I know.
Family
Yeah.
unit right there.
And all of them are great musicians with great works that I think all of you need to hear also. And then our little brother actually makes all of our
Artwork.
visual stuff. So all our artwork right there.
Oh, how
Our little brother Andrew made that.
And China, our cousin.
And our cousin China
family
makes our
thing,
lyric
but-
videos.
Perhaps it takes a village to produce anything, like an EP as well.
Oh wow! And mom and dad. I was like, mom and dad is here.
Mom and Dad are just cheering.
I know, yes.
10 boys.
Definitely.
Yes, we're so proud of you. And you also have TOV Records. That's your musical production. What is it
Yep,
called?
we've been independent these past 2 years, and we've released our works under that name as a label. But we're still developing our team, let's say. So because again, it takes a village to produce an EP like this. We need filmmakers. Sometimes we need music producers, and we're still gathering those people to produce these works together with us.
What made you decide to finally just, produce the album yourself in a way?
I think we've been producing our own albums for the past 2 albums.
Yeah.
But in this EP, most of the different things are outside of the music itself.
Oh.
So basically all the distribution stuff, all the lyric videos and the visual stuff, it's the first time that we actually have like hands-on on all of that.
Yes.
Since like getting out of the major label industry. So
How does that feel?
Feels
it's
different.
stressful, but
Different.
it's definitely
Rewarding.
something that we have been wanting to do since forever. So as Ruben said, it's very rewarding to be able to see like Andrew's artwork here on TV. It's crazy to think that we actually are in the same room brainstorming on how it should look, and now it's here. It's more rewarding to see it when you are involved in all of the steps. Right?
It's like a new baby. It's like your baby,
Yeah.
your own baby, right?
Yeah.
Unlike, they wake up at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning. That's how stressful it is, but it's yours.
Yeah.
It seems.
And it's satisfying.
It is very satisfying. So are you guys going on tours and whatnot coming out soon for this year?
Hopefully, we've seen
Okay.
more of our musicians' friends doing tours and doing it successfully. So
Right?
there's no shortages of inspiration for sure. So, and also we've been doing this for 10 years now, doing
Yeah.
music. So maybe it's a good time to start thinking about that.
Yeah, indeed.
Any dates already that you guys have decided
We
to?
got dates, guys.
Jakarta, Bandung, Surabaya, Makassar.
On a shorter term, I think. Do we have any dates in the shorter term?
No fixed date at the moment, but
because
those
currently-
cities for sure. We have to play in those cities.
Although we have just released the first EP, we are currently working on an album also.
Yes.
Oh,
When is that
okay.
going to be released?
I hope this year, maybe later this year, but yeah, I think our main goal was always to release our 3rd album, full album. So
Yes.
all of the songs that are in this EP will also be in the album. So yeah, we're working on the album right now.
That's great.
So it's gonna be all your life experiences. There we'll be like trying to find
like a
on
diary.
Google who's this one 2 years ago. Let's see. Who's close with Mada? We're gonna check. But it is really interesting, and what a journey, guys.
Yeah, what a journey.
What a
And it's so beautiful. And keep making beautiful lyrics, keep making beautiful melodies. You guys got me teared up, and I'm sure when your album is released, I'm gonna be like bawling my eyes out.
Definitely with a great team also, supporting you and whatnot for you to become who you are right now.
Yeah,
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Overtunes, that's it. That was so great to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Again, you're always very welcome. Also taking the host seat, why not? Because you've done that before too. They're very multi-talented, by the way. As of right now, we're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll have some more updates from around the world. So when we return, so stay tuned right here on the C More, you only see today.